my name is Mandy. Welcome back to my channel. I still get a bunch of questions on my iPhone 12 mini unboxing video about the phone. So I thought, why not just do a separate video about it on like what I think about the phone now that I've had it for about 6 months. If I would have known how much views I would get on that video, I probably would have done it like separately and not include it in the Vlogmas. But you know, here we are, and like I said, I still get questions about the phone, so I just thought, why not do a little review on it. So this is the phone in question. This is the iPhone 12 mini, and I think I got it at the end of November on Black Friday, and that was probably the first launch of the phone, which normally I would not do. I would always wait for the second launch of a phone, because I think the first launch is just, there are always going to be problems about it. But I actually am really surprised that I did not really have a lot of problems with this one. I have the one with the 128 gigabytes, and yeah, so this is the phone. When I first got it, I did have a couple of problems with it. I could not use the touch screen, it was not working. But as soon as I did a software update, it worked perfectly. So apparently what I learned, or what I was told, was that when you get a new phone, immediately do a software update, which I did not know I had to do that. So I was confused at first, but ever since then I have had no problems with the touch screen. And it did have a bit of a green glare on it, which I've heard was normal, or was typical for the iPhone 12 Pro as well. But that fixed itself. I don't know, I did not do another software update, so over time Apple apparently fixed it, and now I have no weird green glare on my phone. And yeah, so let's get into detail. The battery life, which is the most asked question. Like, what is the battery like, how long does it last? And I go about it. I charge my phone at night, and it stops at a certain point and then recharges, kind of. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, it kind of stops at like 4 AM and then starts charging again at 6 or 7, and that's just what my phone does. I did not set this as a setting or something, it just does that. And I charge it overnight and don't have to recharge it until like the morning after. Like, I charge it overnight, then can use it throughout the entire day, do not have to charge it the next night, but the morning after that. So it does last a good like 24 hours in my opinion. And I use my phone a lot, except when I'm at work, where I don't use it at all. But yeah, so that is what the battery life is like for me. What I am not the happiest about with the phone is the camera quality. I don't think that the quality of the camera is good. I think it's okay. If I would have done more research before buying it, or would have looked at it more clearly, I probably even would have not gotten the phone. I probably would have chosen the 12 Pro, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm not really happy with the camera quality. At first, when I would do videos on my phone and would transfer them to my MacBook, they were extremely overexposed, and I have no idea why. It was really bothering me. And also the sound quality of the video transferred to my MacBook is awful, and kind of like the timing does not fit. It's just really weird, so I don't really like filming with this video, filming with the phone and transferring it on my MacBook for YouTube videos. So I'm not the biggest fan of the camera quality, and would probably, if you are using your phone for social media, or you want to start social media and you want to use your phone for that, I would not recommend the 12 mini. But if you just use it for everyday use, for, you know, just to have a phone and to scroll on social media, or I don't know, scroll through TikTok, whatever, then it is okay. But like I said, the camera quality is not really good, to be honest. At least not in my opinion. Maybe I have to do another software update, I don't know, but I'm not a fan of the camera quality. I think that my 10S definitely had a better quality when it comes to the camera. But I really like the size of this. My mom has my 10S, and that one is so heavy and big, and that's why I really like the mini, because it's smaller, it's a lot lighter, and I think I'm more happy with this size. I remember when Apple first launched the iPhone 6 and it was a lot bigger than the iPhone 5, and I hated that. I loved the iPhone 5, that was my favorite iPhone, and the 6 was just so big, and I was not a fan of that. Ever since then I just hated the size of the iPhone, and I was so happy that they came out with the 12 mini. So when I held it in my hands, I was actually sat on the iPhone 12, but I held it in my hands and I was like, okay, this size is so much better. I have a lot of small purses, and I also don't really like carrying a purse with me everywhere, so I like to keep it in my jacket. And this just fits everywhere, to be honest. I can put this anywhere, in like any jacket, and my Prada Electra bag, which is like tiny. And yeah, so the size was definitely the selling point for me. Also I just like the style a lot more than the 11. Like that's more square. And yeah, what else can I say about the phone? I'm not really into any like tech things, so I cannot give you any information about the software or software updates or whatever. I also don't even have like how everyone designed their iOS 14, like this is mine. There's just really not a lot of extra design going on there for me. The sound quality is okay. It's like everything is okay, if I have to say it like that. Like I said, I don't like the quality of the camera, also not when I FaceTime, so the camera is really like the biggest miss for me on this phone. I do like the battery life. I think that is a good one. I know probably some people would prefer to be even better, to have an even longer battery life, but I think that 24 hours is pretty good. Yeah, so I don't know, I think that's pretty much everything that I have to say about it. I'm gonna check if there were any more questions on the YouTube video. Yeah, another person commented that the touchgate issue was just common with the iPhone 12 launch, but the update did sort it out. Yeah, like I said, the battery life, and if I still experienced the fact that I could not swipe on my phone on the touchscreen, which I think is a touchgate issue, and no, I did not experience that anymore. The software update did fix that, thankfully. And yeah, those are pretty much like the main questions, and whether I would recommend the phone or not. Like I said, if you just need a phone, you want an iPhone, and you prefer like a smaller size, yeah, sure. I personally like the phone, and I'm happy that I got it. But if you want to use it for social media, for pictures and stuff, I would not use the mini. I would get the regular 12 or the 12 Pro. But I actually think that people mentioned that the 11 Pro was actually the best one with the best camera. So I don't know about that. That's probably something that you should look at more in depth if you want to use it for that. But yeah, if you want a better camera, go for the 12 Pro. That's the only issue for me with this phone. Otherwise, I am really happy with it. Like I said, it fits everything that I need it for, and if I need a better quality picture, I can just use my G7X, so that's not really the biggest issue for me. But thinking about it, if I would purchase a new phone, I might get the 12 Pro simply for the camera, but I really like the size. So if Apple could just bring this out in a Pro version, I would be so happy with it. But I actually think that Apple is not going to continue the iPhone 12 mini, which I think is really sad, because like I said, the size is perfect. But yeah, so that was everything that I have to say about the phone. If you have any more questions, then leave them in the comments down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye!